Happy Saturday, everybody. I'm talking to you just after sunset at White Rock Beach. It's gorgeous out here. I'm gonna let you guys take a look at where I am. We're really blessed to have this at our front door. In the winter and in the summer, it's just a gorgeous place to be. Anyways, I'm here to talk to you about the therapy that helped me with my chronic issues in my neck. It's Bowen Therapy, and eventually one day I became a Bowen therapist, so there you go. I started very young with neck issues. I remember going to the chiropractor at the age of 15, 16 in high school and having to go every week or couple of weeks and just not having the pain go away. I studied a lot, and I also played violin, so I had this thing going on. And it would go away if I kept going to the chiropractor every day, every week, or massage. But it was something that never really kind of finished. And if any of you have chronic issues, which a lot of people do, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And it can get a little frustrating sometimes. So I'm going to tell you about Bowen Therapy, which a lot of people try as their last resort when nothing else works, as I like to call it. It's just after sunset, so as you can tell, I'm a little relaxed. It's kind of the energy's winding down here, and people are going to dinner or just coming from it. Bowen Therapy. So I learned from Jonathan, who learned it in Australia and brought it to Canada about 20, 30 years ago. It originated in Australia in the 50s, right after World War II. And the gentleman that started it, his name was Tom Bowen, and he was born in World War I and participated in World War II, and after that he decided that he had had enough of suffering, and his heart was to give back to humanity and to end human suffering. He actually never had any formal education, but he was very intelligent, very knowledgeable about the human body, about physiology and anatomy, and an understanding of the nervous system and how the body works. In his later years, he called Bowen Therapy his gift from God, which is quite quaint. And so he started working actually as a volunteer with his therapy on people that needed help. He would work after hours, so he would go to work, and then after he would he'd do house calls, and he'd sometimes work until the early hours of the morning. He eventually, I think it was the 60s, with his partner Renee, they started a little outfit in a doctor's office, a retired doctor's office, and they would just actually go by cash donations. So at times they would have 60 to 100 people in their office, and it was, I think, 2 or 3 stories. So those of you that know Bowen Therapy, there's pauses in between the adjustments, so the nervous system can relax. So he would go in between 6 clients up and down these stairs, which is phenomenal. He would volunteer his services in the jails, and he would also go to football matches and sports matches and help the players that had been injured. He was a real philanthropist. Actually, he had a granddaughter that had a disability, and she died young in life. And so he started Saturdays. He would have free clinics for children. And in the 70s, I think it was 1975, when I call it the Australian Inquisition on naturopathic and natural medicines. It was they were basically interviewing people and seeing which therapies worked or didn't work. And I'm distracted, but look, there's a bird. I don't know if you guys can see the bird on the water. Okay. They interviewed about 13,000 of Tom Bowen's clients, and 80% of them reported relief and improved symptoms, which is incredibly high because a lot of modalities, most modalities, their percentage is between 40 and 50%. So Bowen Therapy has quite a lot of effectiveness to it. And I'm going to continue the story, not tomorrow, but maybe the day after, as to what exactly it is and how it works. Tom Bowen died in 1982, and he had several apprentices in Australia, which later brought it to the world. So there's Bowen Therapy all over the place. So if you guys are watching this video from anywhere besides the Lower Mainland, please Google a therapist in your area and learn a little more about it, because it might just be able to help you. So tomorrow I got a request from a very dear beloved friend of mine, a family friend who's the daughter of my babysitter. So I've known this family for about 30 years now. And she asked me to do a piece on, she wants to know basically what can help my babysitter, which is like my surrogate mom, with her arthritic knee. So we're going to cover that tomorrow. So if any of you know someone or have arthritic joints or inflammatory related pain in the body, I'm going to tell you about some supplements that you can take, and then we'll go back to Bowen Therapy the next day. Take care, everybody, and enjoy your lovely Saturday evening, and we'll see you tomorrow.